We haven't started. To create a new PDI account, okay, let me close this. You need to go back to this developer.servicenow.com. This is the URL. I'm so sorry, but I'll repeat this. So from here, you can actually create a new PDI account. See, this is the homepage of our ServiceNow. This is the logo.
Your screen is not sharing.
Oh, sorry. Is it?
Yeah, it is okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so sorry. So now here, I just typed developer.servicenow.com. From here, actually, we can create a new personal developer instance. This is really important for you to have an account registered here because this will help you gain some good hands-on knowledge on ServiceNow platform. Okay, and this PDA is almost 90% similar to the activities that we do in our real time. Even as a developers or a consultants or as a architects, each of us have our own PDI. And before trying something on a real time instance, that means I work for a project, I'll have my own instance from that company, but I don't go and implement it on that particular instance. I better do it on a personal developer instance. If I feel like, okay, this logic is fine, this comes under best practices that I can do, I go and implement the same on my PDI. So sorry, in my real time instance. So PDIs are really helpful. Each of us still have our own PDIs. We even implement most of the activities. So please create this without any delay because from day one itself we'll be start using it. Okay, so let's say we have to give a name. Pranadeep, can you share me your password? Without that, it is hard for me to open your account. Hello? Pranadeep? Okay. Later you can reset it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Shreya, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. So, I'm just setting the same password, or okay, I'll go with standard password, which I use. Okay, which is Snow. Snow is the short name for ServiceNow. And see, my password will fulfill the entire password requirement. Like it have a special character, it have a capital case, small case, digit, and all. And I have to validate I'm not a robot and just agree the terms and conditions and just click on sign up. Once you just click here on sign up, the email is already registered with us. Please sign in or reset your passcode. Okay, so previously I have given this mail, right? So it is showing this Gmail. Okay. King. Okay. Now I have sent a mail. Like not me, ServiceNow has generated a mail for verification. This you have to verify, then only you can start using your account. So let's log in into our Gmail account. Sign in. Okay. So now I have logged into his account. So we'll have a mail from ServiceNow. See, ServiceNow ID has been created for you. This application requires you to verify your email. Please check your email for a link and verify your account. After verification, you can log into the application. This email is valid for 10 days. Do not see an email after 10 minutes. It is asking you to check in the spam folder. So ServiceNow, actually there is a mail. See, hello Shreya, you are receiving this mail, so we can confirm this email address for you for ServiceNow ID. So here you can see a button or a link. You can use either of it. So you can just click here, verify email. So after verification, you can log in into your ServiceNow account. So it is very simple. There should be an active mail address. Either you can use Outlook or Yahoo or whatever, but make sure you are not using your official company's mail address, guys. I don't recommend because see, it's not right way to use official addresses for such purposes. Better create a new Gmail account, or you can use your existing one. That is also completely fine. Okay. So see developer.servicenow.com. I just like I'm trying to log in into the instance now. So this is the URL for the same. See, for the first time, you'll be clicking on sign up and start building. From the next, you'll directly click on sign in. Okay, because we have already verified the Gmail, and I need your mail again. So paste that mail and L is missing. And you have to validate your password too. If I'm little fast, let me know, guys. I'll slow down because we are all new. But you can treat me like your friend. I'm here to just share the knowledge about ServiceNow. Okay. So hello Shreya, tune us your experience. That means it is asking me, are you looking for a developer oriented IDE or you just need a guided experience? Guided experience is nothing but it just give you overview of the tool with some guided setup. So that may not be helpful for us. So we look for development oriented IDE where we can write our own scripts and do everything. You are ready to create something great. So what best describes your job responsibilities? So I just want to give like developer and IT admin. And here I have read and agreed to the ServiceNow developer side terms of use. That means there are some set of conditions and I'm just agreeing them. But you can also just go through that and read it. Okay. So see, now my instance is up. ServiceNow. Hello Shreya, welcome to ServiceNow. Start using Now Powerful Now platform to build applications that make work better for your organization. Okay. So before that, I have to request for an instance. As I created it now, I have to wait for a few seconds. Okay. So just refresh your instance. See, my instance is also up. And here I can see content available for Xanadu, Washington, D.C., Vancouver. What are these? These are versions in ServiceNow. So just type versions in ServiceNow. What is this? I'll talk about community, why it is very important. All this we'll be discussing. Yeah. So, as I told you, ServiceNow was introduced in the year 2004. When it was introduced in the market, the name given was a GlideSoft. But later, the naming was changed. They used to have like summer, winter, all this also as part of their name, including with the year. Okay. So here we have a version details. So GlideSoft in the year 2004, in January 2006, they started using January 2006, February 2006. Post that they started even using the season names like summer 2008, winter 2009. But from the year 2011, they started following one naming convention, okay, like Aspen, Berlin, Calgary, Dublin. These are all in alphabetic order, if you have noticed. So Alps, Berlin, Calgary, Dublin, Eureka, Fuji, Geneva, Helsinki, Istanbul, Jakarta, Kingston, London, Madrid, New York, Orlando, Paris, Quebec, Rome, San Diego, Tokyo, Utah, Vancouver, Washington, and the current version is Xanadu, and the next coming version is Yokohama, and it is in the Feb of 2025. So every year, will be giving this version. Two versions are introduced in the market. For every 6 months, a new version, and that version will have a name like this. Okay, so the next upcoming version is Yokohama, which is in the Q2 of 2025. Post that, we'll have a new version which is Urich, which is in the Q4 of 2025. What is Q4? Q4. That means Q2 there is a new release. Q1 is 3 months. Q2 is 6 months. Q3 they are going to leave. Q4 will be a and the rest 3 months. That means the last quarter of a year. Okay. So likewise, we have this versions in ServiceNow, and you cannot now go back to this uh, New York version and start using those uh, functionalities that were there in the New York version in current version, because the system was being upgraded from New York to Xanadu. There is a lot of advancement has happened, so it supports only last 3 versions. Up to Washington or Vancouver, you can utilize the functionalities that are in place, but you cannot go back beyond those versions. You can actually work on the current version, as I also recommend the same, because working on the latest version will give you hands-on experience on the latest features that are available on ServiceNow instance. Is it clear? Do I feel like I'm rushing or speed?
No, Shreya, it's good.
Yeah, thank you so much. And let's make it more interactive, guys, as this is a day one. No, it's clear. Thank you, Sunil. And see, if you are unmuting and talking to me, I don't mind. Because maybe if we interact more, you may ask me more questions, and I'm happy to help you all. Okay. So, what is this Learn to Build tutorials and helpful resource? So, welcome to ServiceNow. Enable professional developers to build applications on ServiceNow Powerful Now platform. So, let me open this. We'll talk about the complete instance only today. You need not to worry. And when someone asks you, this is the logo of ServiceNow. And what is the current version name, guys? Xanadu.
Xanadu.
Up to how many versions ServiceNow supports?
3.
Yes. And what are the 2 versions that are older to Xanadu? Washington DC and Vancouver. Okay. Try to start remembering at least the 1-2 versions names. So, like if someone asks you in interviews or something, it will be easy for you, right? I'll do one thing. I'll go from top to bottom. So anyhow, we are on the ServiceNow developer instance. You can understand that and see each one of us will have their own ServiceNow PDI here. We are not going to work on someone's PDI. We are going to work on our PDI, but you can also exchange the data from your instance to mine to yours. How we can do everything we'll be learning in our regular classes. As this is our 0th class, how to create a personal developer instance is our topic. And coming here, they have a learn. What does learn? See, everyone are new to ServiceNow. ServiceNow is a very vast subject, and to learn a topic, you might need some documentation and all, right? So learn how to build applications on Now platform. So Now platform is also a product of ServiceNow. Okay, if you see, discover new ways to innovate with Now platform. So to grow your skills, actually they have designed few learning plans. Okay, when someone is very new to ServiceNow, I'm a developer, has limited or no exposure to developing apps on the Now platform. So I can enroll into this learning plans, and I can understand the few things that are required to understand in ServiceNow. So like self-learning is really important. So you can choose this learning plans for those. Even if you are planning for self-administration, like learning ServiceNow uh, administration on your own, you can enroll into this learning plan. If you want to create any application, as a developer you have to know certain key points and all, so you can enroll into this learning plans. These are all of them are free of cost. You can just enroll and start learning. See, now learning looking to advance your knowledge even more, become a certified ServiceNow expert with Now Learning. Now Learning provides trainings to grow your career. So on-demanded courses, live classes, certifications, stimulators. Okay, so on-demanded courses are nothing but that you want to do some course on a particular topic, so you can choose that and you can complete it. So learning overview is helping you with that. Learning plans, again, that also redirects you to the scene, but where you have a different options. See, if you want to develop some citizen developer app from an app engine studio, okay, then you can enroll into this particular course. As you are again new to ServiceNow, you can enroll into this where they have 14 modules, and this is being configured on Now platform. So you just have to click here on see learning plan and you can enroll and be certified. You will also get a micro certifications. I'll be talking about certifications too. Coming to courses, learn a specific subject area with a course. As I told you, in your project, when you work for real time, you'll not learn entire service now. You'll focus on what is your uh, day-to-day activity. Based on that, which area you have to be expertised or which knowledge you have to know. Over there you will be spending your time and upskilling your skill set. So likewise, if you want to choose some particular area, say if you want to build my first app engine studio application, so this is a stimulator course where you have a different options to create. So you can also just enroll into this and start understanding certain topics. See, we have a topic called catalogs. Over there we'll be using record producers, catalog items. So if you want to understand those topics from scratch to pro level, you can start working on this start modules and understand the concepts. Is it clear?
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah. So tutorials are like few of the video links we get it from people who were dedicatedly working for ServiceNow or the blogs. Okay, Chuck Thompson, this person has recently resigned, but he has dedicated his entire life for ServiceNow. His videos are really helpful. You can also find them in YouTube. And this blog is purely dedicated by the people who has been part of the success of ServiceNow. So you can also read something about ServiceNow from this particular blog. Okay. So if you want to publish your own blog, you can also do it. See, Flow Designer. There is a concept called Flow Designer. So if you want to publish any key points or if you want to make it more clear for people who are going to understand Flow Designer concept in ServiceNow, you can publish your own blog as such. And coming to certifications, see, certifications are really, really important because that tells you what knowledge you have in ServiceNow. They can measure your knowledge based on the certifications you hold on your profile. Okay, CSA is a, I'll talk about mainline certifications, I'll talk about micro certifications. What is a mainline certifications? The certifications that you have to take it either online or offline mode, where you'll have a preparator or an invigilator who will be watching you. Even if you are going in online mode, they will ask you for additional cameras that covers your entire space where you are taking this exam. And the exam may not be very pretty easy. At the same time, it is not too tough to crack. It all requires the preparation. If you are really full-fledgedly uh, strong with the ServiceNow concepts, you can clear it in a go. Okay, so all the concepts that we are covering in this course will help you in cracking your CSA. CSA stands for Certified System Administrator. Okay, so this is a mainline certification. These certifications are really, really important while attending any interviews or while showcasing your knowledge in ServiceNow. Okay, and these certifications have to be renewed every time for each and every version. We call it as a delta exam, where you'll not have more questions. Hardly 4 to 5 multi-choice questions will be there related to your new version. So you just have to renewal it. But if you miss out for once, again you have to reappear for the exam. it the old one will be expired. You cannot renew it if you miss one delta exam also. So you need not to worry. When you start working, your team will alert you, and even you will get a mails from ServiceNow as a reminders. So this is all about mainline certification. We have many more mainline certifications like CAD, ITIL, ITSM specialist, so many. If it is CAD, Certified Application Developer. So using that particular uh, concepts of application developer, they can see, okay, she have a very good knowledge in development. That's how she's been built to crack this particular CAD certification. So like this, even your current working team, or if you are looking for a new opportunities outside, they can measure the knowledge that you have in ServiceNow. Coming to micro certifications, these certifications are very important, but they are free of cost. Yes, I missed to add a point here. When it comes to mainline certifications, only few times ServiceNow will run this free campaign where you get a vouchers for free. Otherwise, these vouchers are pretty costly. They are around $600 to $800. Comes around like 50,000 to 60,000 around, or it may also exceed. So I don't recommend you to go and purchase those vouchers. But if you are working for any companies like MNCs, as now if you see, most of the companies are partners of ServiceNow. Okay, all the big companies. Then company itself will give you this voucher. You can write your exam and clear it. You got it? So apart from this, mainline certifications are something that you have to need a voucher for it. But for micro certifications, these are free of cost. Again, for specific topic wise, you can get this micro certifications. Even these are equally important to your mainline certifications. But when I compare micro or mainline have a more value, but micro also important. You can also share that you have been certified as a flow designer on the LinkedIn or on the resume or on Naukri portal. So utilize this time. I think you'll have 1-2 hours in a day. Try to do at least 1-2 micro certification. We have a time for next 1-2 months. Okay. So heads up, please try to be certified in 1-2 concepts at least. And if you are getting any free voucher campaign, I'll definitely let you know. And if you are already working for MNCs, try to utilize the opportunity and get a voucher and appear for online or offline exam and get certified as CSA or CAD. Okay, that is also something uh, helps you a lot in getting or in gaining some good knowledge in ServiceNow. Okay, reference. What is this reference? I also call it as a product documentation. See reference, overview, product documentation. Both of them takes you to the same page again. So ServiceNow actually uses APIs. What is this API? Application Programming Interface. As I told, ServiceNow is not using the native JavaScript knowledge here. It has API system, and these APIs will make your work more and more simple. That is how this tool is user friendly too. Okay, so APIs, libraries, and supplemental materials for working with the Now platform and next experience. So you can understand there are certain APIs, building blocks of changing functionalities and adding features on Now platform. For more information, you can just seek into Now platform and get some knowledge about it. Coming to API of server custom scope. So if I have no knowledge what are the APIs that are there on the client, that are there on the server custom scope, I can just click here. I can see list of APIs. See that many APIs. Not every API will be using, but as I told, there are many modules in ServiceNow. Might be other developers who are working for some other modules of ServiceNow might use some other APIs that are also being listed out here. Okay, so we'll be using Glide Ajax. This is something my favorite API. So it enables a client script to call server side code in a script include. So when I open, I can see what this API does actually. See, I have an example. This is a product documentation. That means this is a documentation that is purely given by ServiceNow. Even we as a senior developers or consultants, we just check the product documentation if we are in a doubt. Okay, so I recommend you to have this habit from the day one, because I want each one of you to work like someone who were in ServiceNow for the past 4 to 5 years. Okay. Is it fine? Should I take it a little slow, or the pace is good?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, Shreya.
Thank you. So see, this product documentation definitely gives lots of knowledge. Sees what are the key points we have. If I'm very new, I have to understand Glide Ajax. This is the right place I recommend. Okay, instead of searching for something in the Google, you can directly search for product documentation that is there in the ServiceNow for that particular topic, and start understanding the concepts. As of now, I'm just not teaching you any concept here, but how to utilize the resources that we have in ServiceNow. Okay, so the product documentation is nothing but the one which we are seeing. See, you can search for any topic here. Let's say UI policy is a concept which we have, and I'm very new. I have no clue. My manager asked me to write a UI policy. So instead of searching all the YouTube or some other areas, first I'll try to understand what is UI policy from their documentation. Then I may check some other resources from where I can write my own UI policy. So this is ServiceNow documentation. For each and every topic you have this. So add a UI policy, service catalog UI policy, general UI policy. So I'm just opening the one. You can see when it was last modified, and you have a different versions as I told you. Okay. See, UI policies dynamically change the behavior of information on the form and control custom process flow for tasks. So there is also a small video snippet for you to understand what role is required, what is this task, what is a navigation. Don't you find it really good? Because I love this product documentation, guys. That makes my job pretty easy when I'm very new to some topics. Okay. So under reference, you have this. Again, the APIs are nothing but, as I told you, Glide Ajax, the API which we have seen. Those are all listed out here. Next experience, you need not to worry, because we are not working on this next experience. But API methods, you can always come and check it here on the product documentation list. And coming to guides, what does this guides see? Read our guides to get knowledge on our technology. That means when there is a new concept, and I have to understand something, so I have to answer some frequently asked questions. I can also just check what are those, what are the plugins that we need. So likewise, I can understand things from here. Now platform guides, introduce yourself to the benefits of building Now platform. So Now platform is for mainly creating any mobile applications and all. So you can also just share some existing guides and understand the concepts. Developer program guides, again explore program resource for learning, building and developing. The instance is a little slow now. So it is again redirecting you to the same page. Okay, so even here you have the same links that are there on the header. This is a footer. Okay, developer glossary, this is something again I recommend to use, because glossary is nothing but the terminology, or there are certain terms. I say collace while working on transform maps. Okay, what is collace? I'm very new, I don't know what is collace, so I can directly jump to C. Okay, canvas, catalog item, okay, category. So again, client scripts, there are 4 types. Collace under C only, it has to be there. Container, console. See, collace. So the method by which input sets make update existing records in a destination product table rather than simply inserting new records. So I can understand, okay, this is a meaning of college. Likewise, till how many alphabets that are used for different terminologies, everything is listed out here. This is a glossary for us. It's like a dictionary, I can say, for ServiceNow terminology. Okay, for each, if it is a domain scope, someone says it's a domain, go and check the domain scope. I don't know what is domain scope. Sets the domain a user can access in a domain separated environment. Okay, so there is a separate domain where user can also, the authenticated user can log in and use it. So that is what called as domain scope. So how many domain scopes are there? We can search. We'll be talking about dot walking. What is this dot walking? Like this, about each and everything you have a like information. Okay, and PDI, personal developer instance, you got it. I used to call PDI. Get the most out of your personal developer instance, and the one which we are working is on PDI only. And connect, this is something really important. See, mm, when you work for IT, okay, you will definitely have a very uh, good environment. Like most of the cases, you will have a good manager, team lead, and all, right? So if we are stuck on certain requirement, we can seek some help from the team. Likewise, when you are stuck on a requirement where your team has no idea on that, so how do we are going to reach out? One thing, internally, you can write a mail to all the ServiceNow developers who work for the same organization, and people who have knowledge, they can share it. Apart from that, we have a community. This community is a biggest blessing, I say. Okay, why, I'll tell you. Okay, before that, what is content overview? So discover what's new, upcoming, and ongoing. Something, see, whenever there is a new release, ServiceNow tries to introduce some new functionalities or features. So what are those? To understand them, you can just come here and you can understand what is something new. We'll have a release notes and all. Even if you have some new idea, you can also just reach out to ServiceNow team and you can help them with the idea and uh, strategy how to implement it. Okay, even that is being increased. Blog, if you want to write a blog on your own requirement, like you have created a custom application which is not available on ServiceNow previously, so you want to publish a blog, you can do it. Explore and share projects, like if my client is okay to share the outline information of the project, then I can share it with the people who are very new to ServiceNow, like this is how it looks, this is what we have created, this is how the stories come, this is how we implement it, and this is how we test it. Likewise, you can upload your project, and there are certain projects here. Okay, you can also just give a look in your free time. Okay, so coming to community, I'll talk about it. Events. So ServiceNow on the major metropolitan cities hosting certain events. So it's really good to be part of those, because you'll find much knowledge. Like you can share or you can gain some knowledge from people who are visiting the events. Okay, they may conduct some webinars, and you might find someone who is really good at service. Now you can exchange the contact number and you can keep touching with them for learning service now skill set. Okay, so likewise, attending events is really good. Most of you can also plan your holiday calendar, or you can book your calendar based on this. ServiceNow will show you what are the upcoming events. No future events has been scheduled. We are working on getting some amazingly awesome developer event scheduled soon. Please check back soon. So you can just come back for a month and you can check it. Okay, community, browse our forum to exchange knowledge. This is one particular forum where we actually exchange the knowledge. That means I have a requirement. I have to create a form. I want to add certain restrictions to the form, but as a ServiceNow junior developer, I have no knowledge at all. Then I can post my requirement. Someone who was working for ServiceNow from the past few decades, uh, definitely everyone is part of this community family. They can help me with some insights or inputs. I can also try those inputs and find a way. or they can give me a solution, or if I have already written a script, I can give the script and ask them to correct it. So like this community helps you a lot. People from all over the globe who are dedicatedly offering the services for ServiceNow technology are part of this community, including me, including my manager, including anyone who knows for ServiceNow. Just ask them. Community is really a very important concept, because whenever I have no clue about one particular activity that I have to perform, I check community, and it is really legal for you to use it in your projects. Your manager, architect, they even advise you to check on community. Okay, nothing wrong, because seeking help, fine. You are trying to learn something new. As a developer, no one knows everything in ServiceNow. So even today, when there is a new requirement which is very unknown to us, we do it up. We will look about it on the product documentation. We post it on community. We'll try to get some solution from internal organization team. You're getting it. These are the approaches we do to find a solution. End of the day, the requirement is fulfilled or not, they check. They never go and check from where did you find the solution. Okay, and in this process you'll also learn, okay, this is how the approach should be, this is how this is about the good practices that we need to do. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So coming here, we have a profile. So let me open my account. So this is the name I have given. Manage your info and personalization to make ServiceNow developer site work better for you. So if you want to modify anything here, you can also modify information, even password, even the rules and responsibilities. Just click here on the save changes. The changes that you have modified will be reflected. Okay. So apart from that, you have many other things for you to understand here. So let's go one by one. First thing, to know the status of your instance. Is it online, offline, or waking up? Waking up is nothing but, see, ServiceNow instance is valid for uh, it's a free of cost. Doesn't mean you create account and you leave it. Okay, if you're not using this ServiceNow instance for straight 10 days, okay, this will be taken back by ServiceNow pool. So if there are someone who is waiting for the ServiceNow instance in the wait list, they are offered with this instance. Okay, it is also highlighted here. Instance with no activity for over 10 days will be claimed back into the pool. That means ServiceNow team is going to take back your instance. That's the reason I'm asking you to open your instance every day and practice the things that we are discussing in our daily class. Okay, so my instance is created now, and if you just see here, the release is Xanadu and the user admin role is admin. So for every instance, I will give you certain roles. Okay, like App Engine Studio Creator or admin role or some other something else. So you can just create those roles and start using it. So App Engine Studio, using this App Engine Studio, we can create some mobile application, create a studio, ServiceNow Studio. This were all introduced in our latest versions. Okay, coming to plugins. What is a plugin? See, to use WhatsApp on our iOS or Apple, okay, what we do, we install an app, right? In that mobile application only, we'll be exchanging the text or photos with our family members or friends. Even here, to activate certain things, we need that uh, plugins. Okay, so let's say if I have a cloud management, okay, that is not available directly, but if I activate this plugin, the properties are also available on my instance. Okay, those plugins most of the times are free of cost. You need not to worry. And which plugin has to be used, you can also check. See, ITSM roles, there is a plugin. You can activate it directly. For orchestration, we have a plugin. So there are many other plugins for many other modules of ServiceNow. As per requirement, we go and activate it. We'll not activate all the plugins that are there in the list. It is also not of best practice. Okay. Coming to manage email properties, again, for 1-2 functionalities, we'll definitely activate the plugins. At that time, I'll show you how to activate those. Okay, manage email properties. What is this manage email properties? Email properties are nothing but to send and receive the emails. Okay, so to enable or disable sending and receiving emails, you just have to click here on the toggle button and you have a save option. You can save it. That means now I can exchange my notifications by sending and receiving. Okay, release instance. Let's say I have created this PDI and somehow I modified some 300 changes. Now it's hard for me to revert those changes. So I just want to give up my instance and get a new one. So by releasing your instance, you allow other developer to use that resource. Remember that this action doesn't give up your access to the site. That means you can go back to developer.servicenow.com again and create a new instance. No one will stop you. You can also, you will only lose access to your PDI. That means the current PDI what I'm using, I may lose access to it, but not to the actual ServiceNow site. Okay, so what is the reason for you to give up the instance? You can choose something here. I want a fresh instance with no data. That means whenever we create a new personal developer instance, ServiceNow gives us with some demo data, and this demo data helps us to understand certain concepts. Okay, so you can use any of these options and just click here on the release button. As I created, now I don't want to release this instance. Okay, and change roles. As I told you, in PDI we have this, but in real time, an instance is created by your team. You need not to worry. They'll just give you a password and a login credentials. But overall activities that we do on the PDI are almost similar on our real-time instance. Okay, the admin role grants full access to your PDI, including ServiceNow Studio, the application development environment for professional developers. So admin role is the most powerful role, guys. It is not given to every user in real time, but you have this feasibility to practice the things on PDI just because of admin role. Okay, so just don't change the role again. Remove demo data if you don't want the demo data, because see, demo data is really required for us to practice. So I don't ask you to remove the data, but if there is a requirement for you where you don't need demo data, you can just come here and remove that data. See, users, groups, roles, there are certain tables that are given as a out of the box, and they also contain some demo data. That means some dummy data. Reset and wipe instance, like I modified changes. Instead of releasing my instance, I can reset it. So this will reset your instance to its out of the box settings. That means how it was in the default, like how we also reboot our instance mobile device, like we reset the phone, right? Sometimes I do it, and it will be like how I have purchased on the day one. It will have only certain apps on the mobile. I have to log in into my all the accounts again. So likewise, you can also reset the ServiceNow instance instead of releasing the instance to ServiceNow phone. Okay, so if you want to keep the same instance name, see, this is my instance name. Once I log in, you will be able to see that. So likewise, for every user, this is for Pranadeep. If it is for Shreya, I'll have my own PDI. If it is for Kavya, she'll have her own instance. Okay, if you want to keep the same name or if you want a new one, you can also choose these options and just click here on the reset and wipe instance, and you just have to check this checkbox. Okay, manage instance password. Unfortunately, I have missed my password or I don't remember. So this is my instance name, dev281202. This is my instance URL. So if you just open it a new tab, this is the username, this is a password. But if you want to reset your password from here also, you can reset a password. And you can send this details as a copy to your email account. Okay, see, username, password. And coming here, refresh, like how we refresh our system. Likewise, you can refresh our instance. So if you are modifying any changes, you can see those changes. See, previously it was online, now it is showing refreshing instance. Now my instance is refreshed. And upgrade instance, as I told, we have a versions, right? So for suppose my version is on Vancouver, but definitely has a developers or admins, each one of us are recommended to use the latest version. So to upgrade it, you will have a option. See, we recommend upgrading to our latest release so that you get access to the latest features and functionalities. You can just click here and upgrade the instance. It might take some 15-20 minutes for us to upgrade the instance. But Xanadu patch 4, what is this patch 4? There are also hotfixes, patches. So whenever there is a new release in the market, okay, what happens, we may notice certain bug fixes or certain functionalities might be broke. So what all were identified, they start fixing it in these patches. Okay, they'll have patch 1, patch 2, patch 3. See, it is patch 4. Again, in these patches, they'll have a hotfix 1, hotfix 2, hotfix 3. Okay, so it is a patch 4. And I also have a release notes. That means what was fixed, what was the things that have been working as per our expectations. We can just visit this release notes of Xanadu and understand. And this again, I'm highlighting, please create your PDI. This is really, really important. And start using our PDI from the day one. Okay, I'll just go back. I feel like, see, community. I have searched even version names from community, guys. The one which I have opened the URL to show you the version names, that is also from community. So today's activity for each and everyone, create your own PDI and post the screenshots in the WhatsApp group. I'm active. You can ping me one-to-one also. But unfortunately, if I'm not responding immediately, hope you understand that I'm also working. But I'll definitely get back to you in my available time slot. Is it fine? And from tomorrow, like Shravya, Sriram, Sunil, Swapna, Sai, Sahiti, Prasanna, Pranadeep, Kiran, Harish, Charishma, Bharat, I want each one of you to be more interactive so you can shoot more questions. See, I can definitely try to help you with proper knowledge. I'm here to make you learn ServiceNow and also uh, learn ServiceNow from you guys. That means if you ask me doubts, I'll also try to understand, okay, this was a very good doubt from Charishma. Why don't I explore? I go and do some research and I'll come back with a proper solution for you. Okay, so don't worry, I'm not at all a judging person. You can even ask me to repeat the topic for a number of times. I'm here to learn and share the knowledge. I'm like you, okay, and treat me like your colleague. Okay, is it fine?
Thank you, Shreya. Yes.
Okay, Shreya.
Yeah, so this is the PDI, guys. I'll just take a couple of minutes and close the class. This is called a unified navigator filter. All the menus, modules that we have in ServiceNow, and most of them are out of the box. We call it as OOTB, are available here. And just come here. This is the profile. That means this is my developer instance. Whenever you create any new PDI, it comes up with a system admin details by default. Okay, but you can modify it. Okay, so when I just, I'm sorry, someone can mute your mic. Okay, so this is a profile, and where you can provide the first name, last name, title. Like, it is already given, but if you want to modify it, you can also do that. You can add your business phone, mobile phone, but make sure this is on a view self-service. What is self-service? What are the other views that we have? Everything we are going to learn. This is just our day one. Okay, so email, you can give your email address, or you can use the same one. Which date format you are comfortable, you can choose that option. What time zone you want to set your system to, you can also modify those changes, and you can also set a password. So tomorrow we'll be discussing about setting a password, and we'll see some more activities on the PDI. Is it fine?
Yes, yes, Shreya.
Yes, yeah.
So
So we have to create two, like for developer, one in
login and password, and for administrator also one login
No,
password.
no,
like
no, no, we'll not lie. We'll not have something like that. Okay. This is for both admin developer. This tool is designed for all other modules. Okay. You need not to create a 1-2 accounts. You can create one and you can do all the activities in one instance.
Okay.
Okay. So today's activity, it is clear, right? I hope I see more screenshots from each one of you.
Yes, Shreya.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, sorry to ask you this for multiple times, as this is my first class with this batch. Let me know if you feel I'm little fast or this pace is fine, because we have only 40 to 50 hours to learn entire service now, and we cannot work like turtle again. That's the reason. Let me know, but I'll try to slow down my pace if you feel that I'm pretty fast or something. And this is a new batch, so I need to adjust my frequency with yours. That's the reason I'm asking you. And from tomorrow, I want to hear most of you interact in the class. So how about Shravya, Sahiti, Prasanna?
Yeah, it's clear, Shreya.
Yeah, it's clear.
Bharat, Charishma, Harish, Kiran, Pranadeep, Sahiti, Sai.
Yeah, it's clear. Clear.
Yeah.
So you
Thank
will
you,
be
guys.
starting. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you will be starting from ServiceNow administrator course.
Yes. Basically,
Then
this is also the basics we have discussed today. Okay.
okay.
So we'll never discuss development in the beginning, because see, each of you are very new to this particular domain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry. Making you comfortable with ServiceNow is my task.
So in the meantime, parallelly, whoever knows does not know the JavaScript, they can practice
Yes.
parallelly.
From the
And
day one itself, you can start using this. So it
okay.
will be easy for you to learn ServiceNow and JavaScript from the day one. Okay. So don't worry. I'll post some URLs. Try to check those. Okay. So it's a
Okay.
good point from someone, Sunil. Yeah, I appreciate it. So if people interact like this, I can also understand what's your requirement, and based on that, I can provide the inputs. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciate it, Sunil. I'll give you this, but allow me time. Maybe in next 1-2 hours, I can give you the URLs and the recording. Okay.
Yeah. No. Because as I'm a new beginner, so I'm not aware of this
No
ServiceNow
worries,
tool.
no worries. By end of this course, you will be very confident enough to handle most of the activities of ServiceNow,
Yeah.
and hopefully you will be liking my teachings.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So if nothing to discuss, I'll close it for now. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.